Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
Does your property need a little TLC? Call Lawnscapes Inc. of Mechanicsburg today at 717-697-1833 and see how Wes Moret and his team can transform or maintain your residential or commercial property. From hardscapes to yard services of all types, tree and shrub service and more, this locally owned and operated business has you covered. Call today for your free estimate. Lawnscapes Inc. at 717-697-1833. That's 717-697-1833.
OSS Health is physician-owned and operated. We're able to help patients in a way that others cannot.
We're not looking at a number.
Everyone's looking out for the best thing for the patient.
Seeing that they're reaching their goals, making the community as healthy as possible.
What I love most is when I get to see them get back to the activity that they love.
When I see a patient smiling, it makes it all worth it. I love my job.
Operation Wildcat is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to pool the resources in our community to help our school district students, families, and staff members in need. We'll take your new or gently used back-to-school items, bikes, books, clothing, dresses and suits, furniture, Halloween costumes, gifts for the holiday, Christmas tree decorations, pennies, socks, underwear, Thanksgiving food, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and yard sale items. Learn more at OperationWildcat.org and go Wildcats.
Elevate your everyday with the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department. Immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From adrenaline-pumping sports to serene outdoor escapes, we've got your perfect recreation blend. Join us for fitness, family fun, and fantastic experiences. Unleash your inner adventurer. It's time for a thrilling escape. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab. Or drop by our office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure.
At Bobby Ray Hall, it's about doing the right thing, starting with our vision, that clients deserve great service at a fair price. We understand this can only happen with great team members. Doing what's right includes supporting local charities, youth sports, and first responders. It extends to the environment and why we reclaim rainwater for car washes and recycle used oil. We want to thank our loyal clients for recognizing us by voting Bobby Ray Hall simply the best of Harrisburg for 21 years in a row. Experience the Bobby Ray Hall difference and find out more at BobbyRayHall.com.
The Turnbridge Group at RBC Wealth Management is a proud supporter of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics. When faced with tough business and personal financial decisions, turn to the Turnbridge Group. With a focus on retirement planning and complex financial situations, the team helps you define and achieve your goals, all while building a strong and caring relationship with you and your family. Financial advisors Tim Engel, Jonathan Stow, and Nick Hansen are available for your call. The Turnbridge Group, part of the community and for the community. Visit them online at turnbridgegroup.com or call 717-724-4225 today.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. It was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Mary Ann at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
It's time for Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, live on Go Mechanicsburg. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Wildcat Athletics at Go Mechanicsburg on YouTube, available on all smart devices. Wildcat Athletics live on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, Your Neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, Your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. Now, let's head out to the contest in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth.
With the call, here's the voice of the Wildcats, Ben Shad.
We're here at Mechanicsburg Area Senior High School. It's round 1 of the 2025 PIAA Class 4A District 3 Girls Volleyball Championships, featuring the number 5 seed Mechanicsburg Wildcats and the number 12 seed the Spring Grove Rockets. Hi everybody, I'm Ben Shad here in the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Day 2 of early fall sports postseason action upon us after our soccer doubleheader yesterday. Now we have field hockey and volleyball concurrently going on. Mike Garland just down the road at Memorial Park to cover field hockey. I got the assignment to do volleyball. So glad you're joining us. Maybe if you're split screening, very much appreciate that as well. As Spring Grove coming in with a 12-6 record, 9-3 in the York Adams 1 league. As the starting lineups are being introduced for Spring Grove. Mechanicsburg with a record of 13-2, 11-2 in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth. A strong year for the Wildcats. Crowded at the top in District 3. Starting lineups announced. We'll go ahead and pause for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Anthem has been played. Lineups are set. We are just about ready for this match to start here between Mechanicsburg and Spring Grove. Again, a run-through of the starting lineups in case you didn't hear it, folks. First for the Rockets, the senior wearing number 2, Jenna Van Buren. Freshman wearing number 4, Lainey Potts. Freshman wearing number 8, Sophie Epley. Freshman wearing number 13, Delaney Trone. Junior wearing number 19, Kayla Ormond. And the senior wearing number 20, Ella Tyson. For Mechanicsburg, the sophomore wearing number 2, Jaden Brubaker. The junior wearing number 3, Lisa Glanatsis. The senior wearing number 7, Cassidy Mitchell. The senior wearing number 13, Eliana Inch. Junior wearing number 17, Ashlyn Thomas. Junior wearing number 19, Emma Heckard. Junior wearing number 21, Peyton Miller. And the senior wearing number 22, Katie Waterman. Spring Grove are coached by Liz Ziegler with assistance from Sammy Strasball, Tom Hunt, and Steve Otis. Alyssa McIntyre, the head coach for the Wildcats. Mechanicsburg and Spring Grove, whoever wins this one, will face the winner of Manheim Township and Central York. That's the 4-13 matchup. All but one of the first-round matchups happening at the same time today, the exception being Southwestern and Dallastown. They are already started at 6, but on the other half of the bracket, everybody else is ready to go. And the time is already set for 7 p.m. for the quarterfinal round between the winner of this and the winner of Manheim Township and Central York. Referees going over the last-minute changes. And because we are in the postseason, we actually have 4 referees, no players volunteering to be line judges in the postseason. So we thank our officials for making this possible. It'll be Spring Grove to serve first. It's Delaney Trone back to do the honors for the Rockets. Everybody ready to go. Whistle signals that we are ready. And the serve right down the middle. Wildcats ready to formulate the response. Near side hit, deflects up in the air. Spring Grove able to keep it alive. Deflected, and it finds the floor. Rockets strike first here in the first set. Rockets in blue on the right side of your screens. Mechanicsburg in white on the left. Serve towards the far side corner. Wildcats formulate. That one sent down to the floor off a deflection. Emma Heckard gets it to go. Back to serve for the Wildcats, Eliana Inch. Inch runs and hits right down the middle. Spring Grove trying to push that one over. Saved by the libero in Glanatsis. Pushed over. Spring Grove, nobody home. And Mechanicsburg now lead 2-1. Pushed around. Spring Grove hits a wall. Can't keep it alive at the net. 3-1 Mechanicsburg. This one pushed over and out. As Inch continues the dominant run of serving for Mechanicsburg. Boots that one over, and it falls right to the floor. Make it 5-1 now. Inch with another hit. That one had some sink to it. Spring Grove just trying to formulate a response here on the near side. Into the wall and out. Elena Ziegler got that to go as Maddie Silver checks in. Five to 2. The serve up and over the net from the Rockets libero, and it finds the floor. Rockets keeping the battle up 5-3 as Lainey Potts goes back to serve yet again. This is a young Spring Grove squad, a lot of freshmen in the mix here to start. That one hit by Heckard on the far side, and a double hit it seemed, but either way it found the floor. Meanwhile, for Mechanicsburg, a lot of juniors and seniors on this roster, so even if this year does not reach anticipated results, there is still a strong core that has another year or two in them, but obviously Mechanicsburg want to achieve that greatness sooner rather than later. Back to serve is Brubaker right down the chute. Rockets have it here on the near side. The hit, diving stop from the back line, just pushed over, and it finds the floor. Mechanicsburg dominant to open. That was Ashlyn Thomas with the finesse to get it to go. Another serve from Brubaker. Pace on it, but kept alive by Spring Grove on that far side. Hammered down. On the kill was Maddie Sliver, excuse me. And that'll be Kaylor Ormond. And that one goes straight out. Free point for the Wildcats. Now on top, 8-4. Mechanicsburg come into today's action with a 4-game win streak to end the regular season. As that one on the cross-court hit finds the floor from Sophie Epley for Spring Grove. Meanwhile, for the Rockets, their last win was back on October 6th. That was the same day as Mechanicsburg's last loss, a 5-set battle with State College that the Little Lions took in the 5th and decisive set. This one played up, and interference with the net, I believe, against Sliver. So now it is 9-5. Spring Grove ended their season on October 9th, so a while ago, with a loss to Southwestern, as that one just had no chance of surviving. And already Mechanicsburg on top 10-5. The Rockets finished second in their league behind Southwestern with a 9-3 York Adams Division I record. Southwestern went undefeated 12-0. For Mechanicsburg in the Mid-Peg Commonwealth, they also fell second to an undefeated State College, who were 12-0 in conference play, 13-1 overall. So that one hammered down. Spring Grove get the point, keeping it close, 10-6. Kept alive. Big hit there from Peyton Miller. Spring Grove able to get it from the back. They work it near side. That hit straight into the wall. Combining was Ella Tyson and Delaney Trone. And a miss hit. 10-8 now. Just when Mechanicsburg seemed to have been running away with it, Rockets able to come back. Sliver to serve yet again. She sends it right down the middle. Mechanicsburg with some miscommunication. They keep it alive, though. Cross-court hit from Waterman. Rockets able to push it over, and it's right into the wall, and it did go over, but they're going to say that it was an illegal hit from Spring Grove. As Jenna Van Buren checks back in for Spring Grove, Emma Heckard re-enters for the Wildcats. Back to serve for Mechanicsburg, Katie Waterman. Waterman ready, a sinker right down the middle, kept alive by Spring Grove. They work to the far side, and it did just go out. I believe that was Waterman in the back line who was ready to give it a hit and just got the hands down in time, as it did just go over the line. It didn't miss by much. Powerful serve, making its way towards the Spring Grove bench. They're able to corral it. Does get up and over the net. Diving stop by Waterman. Kept alive. Heckard's hit rattles around, finds the floor. Mechanicsburg are over the halfway mark here in set number 1. Waterman ready, another one with pace right down the middle. Spring Grove able to get it. Sent back over by Ziegler. Now far side, Heckert's hit, kept alive by the Rockets. Now here on the near side, deflected into the wall. Heckert unable to get there. Rockets not going away just yet. They've been hovering around 4 to 5 points behind. Our only lead was 1-0 to open this one up. Since then, it's been all Mechanicsburg. Is that one not enough on it? Some Spring Grove players crash into each other on the floor. All smiles, though. Best part about this sport is that despite sometimes things looking horribly wrong on the court, everybody gets up all smiles because everybody's showing the same amount of hustle, especially in these district playoffs. That one kept alive, a vicious hit. And all Ziegler could do was deflect it. Mechanicsburg now 10 points away from taking set number 1. At this stage, it is win or go home for both of these teams. Only the top 4 teams in volleyball advance to states, which means that you need to at least win 2 to keep your season alive. This is a diving stop by Waterman in the back. Heckert with a vicious hit. Kept alive by Spring Grove. Here they go on the near side, cross court. Heckert keeps it alive. Waterman from the back hits the wall, and they say it did hit the wall. The net rattling quite a bit after it, but play continues. A good rally between these two teams. Near side hit, kept alive at the wall. All good by Mechanicsburg. They'll try the far side. Heckert's hit into the wall, onto the floor. And a very hard-fought point for the Rockets. 15-10 here in set number 1. The serve from Trone. Wildcats with it. They'll try Heckert on that far side. Cross court. Kept alive by Spring Grove. That one hit, and a diving Waterman, for dear life, managed to compartmentalize herself to avoid that one. Again, that's the second time that one has come dangerously close to touching the line. Referee obviously right there, but what reads by Katie Waterman in the back line. Meanwhile, this serve from Heckert unable to be dealt with by Spring Grove. Or pardon me, that is Eliana Inch that is serving. 17-10, Wildcats 8 points away, and not before we're going to have a timeout from Spring Grove. Well, that'll give us some time to give you some ad reeks, folks. That's what we're all about, and we want to remind you that the Wildcat Foundation offers support to teachers and coaches in the Mechanicsburg Area School District with its CPR Reimbursement Fund. The foundation issues reimbursement checks on a yearly basis to teachers and coaches who take part in CPR and first aid training, certification, and recertification. The funds distributed align with the foundation's mission to strengthen the educational, cultural, wellness, and athletic programs of the Mechanicsburg Area School District. Also want to remind you folks that Wildcat Athletics would like to recognize the Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department for their continued support of our web streams. With the Recreation Department here in Mechanicsburg, you can immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From creative crafts, dance, to fitness opportunities and family fun, they offer something for everyone. Don't miss out on fantastic experiences that inspire, enrich, and bring the community together. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab, or drop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure. So after the timeout by Liz Ziegler, the first here in set number 1, Wildcats ready as Inch's serve goes into the net, but Spring Grove were not set. I believe a rotation error. So despite it hitting the net, and Spring Grove trying to argue, as perhaps it maybe was a placement issue. I don't know. Either way, Mechanicsburg get the point. Inch gets a second chance at the serve. Now 18-10. Rockets have it through the back line. Now on the far side, hits. And it went straight out. No deflection. Mechanicsburg 6 points away from taking set number 1. Inch ready, hits. That one towards that far corner. Spring Grove have it. A big setup and an even bigger hit from Elena Ziegler. That one was high in the air, but she ran up and hit that. Actually, pardon me, that was Ella Tyson, as she earns a rest after that vicious hit. That thing was high in the air, and she rose up to meet it and hit it with power. Meanwhile, this one goes into the net from Lainey Potts. I'll get the numbers right eventually, folks. 20-11 our score. Mechanicsburg 5 points away from taking set number 1. Jaden Brubaker back to serve for Mechanicsburg. She's ready. She hits. Line drive right down the middle. Spring Grove get to it quickly. On that far side, the hit from Waterman sails up and over. Straight out, 20-12. Rockets still down by 8. Back to serve is Kaylor Ormond. She runs and hits a floater right down the middle. Mechanicsburg with it, and that one misses the target. Cassidy Mitchell trying the cross court, but had too much angle on it. Now it's 20-13. The hit right down the middle goes backwards. Waterman trying to get it set, and Glenatsis will just send it up and over for the Wildcats. Spring Grove meanwhile here on the near side, but only into the net from Ziegler. 21-13. Cassidy Mitchell back to serve for Mechanicsburg. A floater between two Rockets players. They're able to get it. Ziegler sends it up and over for Spring Grove. Here come the Wildcats. Waterman's hit, kept alive by Spring Grove, still in play. A lot of hustle to keep it alive. A diving stop by Mechanicsburg. Waterman again hits, and that one finds the floor. Mechanicsburg 3 points away from taking set number 1. Sent over by Mitchell. Spring Grove with it on that far side. Ziegler tries to feather touch. Diving stop by Mitchell. Rockets will try it again. From the far side, they'll push it. Mitchell, another one. Waterman will hit. Spring Grove able to corral this one. This one will be met at the net. Goes down. And it does land on the Mechanicsburg side. Spring Grove live to see at least another point. Ziegler back to serve. 22-14 our score. Mechanicsburg on top here in set number 1. Ziegler sends it. It had some dive action down the middle. Deflected off the wall. Spring Grove with it. Ziegler another hit, but straight out. No, they'll say there was a deflection on the way. 22-15. Ziegler hits down the middle yet again. Wildcats have it towards Waterman on the far side. That one goes straight out. 22-16. Melissa McIntyre looking over her team, not feeling the urge to call one of her 2 timeouts just yet. Ziegler ready, hits. Down the middle, a couple Wildcats clash. Waterman will try again. This time the feather touch hit. Kept alive by Spring Grove. That one hit, kept alive. Waterman again on the far side will try and push it. And it goes, it does touch the line. The side judge ruled that it hit the line. So 23-16 our score. The referee in the Crow's Nest gestured originally to Spring Grove, as did the line judge on the corner. But the assistant referee here at the scorer's table saw it. It was right in front of her. So 23-16. Mechanicsburg on top, just 2 points away from taking set number 1. Spring Grove trying to respond. That one almost looked like it was going out, but the Rockets kept it alive anyway. That one deflected, kept alive. Push towards Waterman again, and a vicious hit. It caught the edge of the foot of Ziegler, who was on the line. And Mechanicsburg with a set point. It's Ashlyn Thomas to do the honors for the Wildcats. She's ready. She hits towards that far side corner. Spring Grove keep it alive. It heads towards the net, kept alive, and they're going to say Spring Grove touch the net, and that will do it. The end of set number 1, and it belongs to Mechanicsburg. 25-16 our score. We'll go ahead and step aside. Be right back for you with set 2 action in just a bit right here on Go Mechanicsburg.
Locally owned and operated, 11 Oaks Farms raises Wagyu beef and heritage breed pork right here in Newville, Pennsylvania. Our low-stress practices and carefully designed diets produce some of the finest meats you will ever experience. We also offer a selection of quality Angus beef, pork, chicken, seasonings, sauces, pantry items, and much more. Shop online at 11oaksfarms.com. Visit us in-store at 34 North Corporation Street in Newville or call 717-360-8249.
We are dedicated to serving our members, associates, and communities because they give us purpose. We know we are stronger when we come together as one. We believe financial literacy is a key tool for personal well-being, economic stability, and a more secure financial future for everyone. And we are committed to providing all with access to financial wellness resources. We strive to deliver unparalleled experiences for our members through every moment and milestone. We are built by will, forged by people, and powered by a proud member experience.
Wolf Brewing Company, located in Legacy Park, just off South Market Street in Mechanicsburg, offers a family and pet-friendly atmosphere for community members of all ages. Family owned by Wildcat graduates, Wolf Brewing Company serves up delectable dishes including comfort foods with a gourmet twist, plus drinks of all types for the community, from the community. Roll in before, during, or after the game for their laid-back ambiance, live music, trivia, and more. Wolf Brewing Company, 100 Legacy Park Drive, Suite 400, or online at wolfbrewingco.com.
A deck where memories are made, barbecues are grilled, and sunsets are savored. But let's face it, not all decks are created equal. Enter Westshire Decks. We're not your average deck builders. Precision is our mantra. We don't just build decks, we craft outdoor living spaces tailored to your dreams. With Westshire Decks, you get seasoned experts who know decks inside and out. So why settle for a deck that's just okay when you can have one that's extraordinary? Westshire Decks, where craftsmanship meets creativity. Give us a call today and come see how we are different.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Live on Go Mechanicsburg.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. Ben Shad here to bring you all the action heading into set number 2. Mechanicsburg won set 1, 25-16, trying to get some scores for you from Manheim Township and Central York. Do not see any updates as of now. But the winner of this matchup faces the winner of those two teams. Sadly, no updates from the other semifinal matchup going on at Manheim Township. At least none from what I can find on social media. So it'll remain a mystery for now, but Mechanicsburg with a 1-0 advantage over the Spring Grove Rockets. They have first serve here in set number 2. It'll be Eliana Inch to do the honors as she opens it with one that goes out. And Spring Grove will strike first for the second time tonight. This one sent up and over and unable to be dealt with. That net just mistimed by Ziegler. She rose up to hit it, and somehow that got past her. Substitution as Jaden Brubaker checks in. She'll go back to serve for the Wildcats. Brubaker ready, hits, had a sinker towards the middle, kept alive by the Rockets. Ziegler's hit, high in the air from Glenatsis. Waterman the far side, goes down and out. Might have caught the floor. Either way, it's 2-1 Mechanicsburg. Listen, McIntyre with some verbal directions as opposed to pointing at the clipboard, interestingly enough. It's Brubaker's hit, a high one, but it's right there on the line, an ace. That one does go out. Free point for Spring Grove. 3-2, Mechanicsburg on top. Sent up and over, eclipsed the net. Kept alive. Waterman the hit, deflects, and it drew Spring Grove in a tizzy, landing in the open floor. 4-2, Mechanicsburg on top. Back to serve is Glenatsis. Right down the middle, and Spring Grove can't catch up to it. Now 5-2, Mechanicsburg. Well, that's another one towards the line, pushed over, feather touch, kept alive by the Wildcats. They go right down the middle, a diving stop, kept alive by Spring Grove. They send it right into the wall and sent back down with authority. Peyton Miller with a huge block, timed it to perfection. 6-2, Mechanicsburg on top here in set number 2. Glenatsis sends it up and over. On that far side, they work it, deflects into the net, and one of the Spring Grove players went underneath the net to the Mechanicsburg half, so therefore the effort goes for naught. The net play not being kind to the Rockets. A lot of errors in that first set, and another one here, and that time just smacked right in there by Ziegler, and it's an early 8-2 lead for the Wildcats. Glenatsis, another one right down the middle. Spring Grove trying to formulate near side. Ziegler hits, just out. And that line hasn't been nice either, as we have a timeout early from head coach Liz Ziegler to talk things over. Want to remind you folks that Fall Sport Championships are here, and Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming is cheering on our hometown teams. While athletes hit the field, let your dog be the MVP at home. Call Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming today at 717-919-6266 or stop by 16 South Market Street in Mechanicsburg. Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming, where every pet looks like a champion. Also want to remind you folks that the Wildcat Foundation will host its 2026 Wildcat Foundation Night on February 20th at Stocks Manor in Upper Allen Township. The Foundation's top annual fundraiser, the event will feature a Monte Carlo theme and welcomes taste of dining vendors like Wildcat Cafe, Healthy U Cafe, Sweet Cordelia's Cake and Bake Shop, Allsy's Ice Cream Truck, Longhorn Steakhouse, as well as Lucky Penny Burger Company and its Lavender Lemonade. Save the date for Wildcat Foundation Night on February 20th. Spring Grove with a hit, kept alive by Waterman. It has to go over, and Glenatsis does just that. Spring Grove formulating a response. A hit into the wall, deflected, kept alive. Mechanicsburg are there. Big hit right down the middle into the corner. Peyton Miller practically uncalled in the first set and now responsible for some big hits and blocks here in the second. 10-2, Mechanicsburg on top. This one deflects, unable to be kept alive. Mechanicsburg right now in cruise control, 11-2, they're on top. Glenatsis ready, fires, and a miss hit. Free point goes to the Rockets. They need to start something and bad as Sophie Epley checks back in. Back to serve is Kaylor Ormond. Ormond's hit finds the floor. Just too low for Eliana Inch. Lead now to 7. Free point given right back to the Wildcats. 12-4 the margin. Back to serve is Ashlyn Thomas. Thomas ready, a huge hit right under it, and 3 points traded back and forth between both teams. Still a 7-point margin for Mechanicsburg. Back to serve is Elena Ziegler. She hits right down the middle, deflected backwards, kept alive by Glenatsis. It hits the screen, and Mechanicsburg unable to do anything with that. Now 12-6. Ziegler hits down the middle, and Glenatsis just mishits it. Lead whittled down to 5. Ziegler looks like she mistimed her jump on the serve. So a free point for the Wildcats as Emma Hecker checks back in. Waterman back to serve. Waterman ready, she hits right down the middle. Kept alive by Spring Grove, deflects. Mechanicsburg now with the response. Hecker's hit into the wall, onto the floor in fair ground. Right in front of the referee in the crow's nest. Spring Grove back within 5. Maddie Sliver to serve for the Rockets. Sends it right down the middle. Wildcats with it. Huge hit from Waterman. Goes right back to the Wildcat end. Waterman has to hit it over and unable to do so. 13-9. And now the lead down to 4. Slivers hit, kept alive by Glenatsis. Far side, Heckard pushes it down, kept alive. That one deflects off Eliana Inch, went up for the block, and it went sideways off her hands. And now from 13-7, it's now 13-10. Spring Grove still showing plenty of fight as this one hit down the middle. Kept alive by the Wildcats and mistimed. 13-11, and now a timeout going to be taken by head coach Alyssa McIntyre. We'll step aside for a quick break. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg.
With True Green, we got a great price on a golf course quality lawn.
Which attracted golfers.
Morning.
Who needs a warm-up?
And because True Green's doing the work, we get to have more fun.
Please don't post that.
Too late.
They don't have grass this thick in Australia.
That's what happens when you have a great lawn.
Shanked it again, huh? They're fun to have around.
PGA Tour quality lawns for as little as $1 a day.
Where are we playing next?
Get started at TrueGreen.com.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Live on Go Mechanicsburg.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Ben Shedd, happy to bring you the action. Part of a split broadcast day for Mike Garland and I. Mike covering field hockey going on just down the road at Memorial Park. Meanwhile, we're here at the gymnasium. Happy to bring you this one. 13-11 our score. A timeout taken by Mechanicsburg after a 13-7 lead was eradicated. And from the floor, oh, that was a heck of an effort from Katie Waterman to hit that off balance, but the point still goes to Spring Grove, and they might be able to tie this thing up. Mechanicsburg with it. Heckert on that far side. Hit into the wall, onto the floor, and Spring Grove have come all the way back here in the second set. The block by Avery Sisto, I believe, or maybe Sophie Epley on that far side. Either way, the Rockets cooking right now, and they caught Mechanicsburg sleeping. And now it's 14-13, and that might be some controversy as that was a quick hit. The referee, though, whistled and signaled. Mechanicsburg weren't ready. Maddie Sliver's run continues. Push to the far side. Hecker trying to get something, anything. Nothing doing so far. Wildcats with it down the middle, and finally Mechanicsburg get a point. Peyton Miller sent it to the floor, but there was some net interference from Ella Tyson, according to the referee. The substitution is Jenna Van Buren. Checks back in for the Rockets. We're knotted up at 14 here in set number 2. Serve from Miller, answered by Spring Grove, and some more net interference. This time by Kaylor Ormond, according to the official. Now 15-14. Miller's hit. Kept alive by the Rockets. They work it to the far side. Deflected. Finds the floor. Back and forth we go here in set number 2. Substitution as Shaylin Pope checks in and will go back to serve. Pope ready. She hits. Mechanicsburg with it, working it towards the middle. The hit finds the floor from Cassidy Mitchell. Wildcats with the 1-point advantage. Back to serve is Eliana Inch. Inch ready, and it had some diving action, but just bungeed off the top of the net. And now we're knotted up at 16 apiece. Delaney Trone back to serve for the Rockets. Sent up and over. The Wildcats with it, working backwards now forwards. Rockets with an opportunity to reply from deep within their own territory, and it did catch the line. And now Spring Grove with the 17-16 lead. Trone ready. Runs and hits down the line. Wildcats with it, trying to keep it alive. Hecker, too much on it. And it's now an 18-16 lead for the Rockets. 7 points away from knotting this up at a set apiece. Despite the timeout, Mechanicsburg still in a little bit of disarray. The hit kept alive by Mechanicsburg. It goes backwards, and it's now a 3-point advantage for Spring Grove. 6 points away from taking set number 2. Right down the middle, kept alive by Glenatsis. They work it towards Hecker. The hit, it finds the floor. Mechanicsburg still down by 2 as the substitution, Jaden Brubaker, checks in. Brubaker's hit towards the back line, kept alive by Spring Grove, but into the net. Mechanicsburg now within 1. Brubaker ready, runs and hits towards that corner. Rockets with it, hit, kept alive by Glenatsis. Somebody's got to get it, and she's the one that sends it over. Spring Grove formulating an attack near side. Vicious hit from Ziegler, and it finds the floor. Back to serve is Lainey Potts. She hits, plenty of air under it. Mechanicsburg with it, far side. Waterman into the wall, kept alive by the Wildcats. They'll try it again. A high dig from Mitchell to keep it alive. Spring Grove with it. Diving stop by Glenatsis towards Waterman on the far side. She pushes Spring Grove, keep it alive. Down the middle, the feather touch into the wall. Second chance effort, Glenatsis keeps it alive. Now towards the far side, Waterman, a hit, finds the floor. 20-19, and all of a sudden, Mechanicsburg finding that energy yet again. Litsa Glenatsis back to serve for Mechanicsburg. An opportunity to tie it up. She hits right down the middle. Spring Grove with it towards the far side. Hit into the wall, and Mechanicsburg hit the net. And they're going to say that Spring Grove hit the net. I thought from up here, Mechanicsburg hit it on the downswing. Conversation with the referee at the Crow's Nest. So the point, not official just yet. We'll take that off the board for now, as the referees are going to have a discussion. So the point still belongs to Mechanicsburg, as Elena Ziegler trying to plead the case. We're knotted up at 20. Glenatsis hits. On the near side, Ziegler kept alive by the Wildcats. Down the middle, it finds the floor. Peyton Miller. Mechanicsburg 21-20, 4 points away from taking set number 2. Spring Grove right there, though. Glenatsis hits down the middle, kept alive by the Rockets, and illegally hit. And now a 2-point advantage and another timeout taken by head coach Liz Ziegler. We'll step aside for another quick break. Be right back for you here on Go Mechanicsburg.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Seth Gardner for your personal price plan today.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Live on Go Mechanicsburg.
Welcome you back here to the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. 22-20 Mechanicsburg lead here in set number 2. But Spring Grove have been battling back. We'll see if they can get another surge out of this timeout, and that'll help things. A free point given right back. 22-21 now. A substitution as Sophie Epley checks back in. Back to serve is Kaylor Ormond. She's ready. She hits down the line on the far side. Wildcats with it. Waterman ready. She hits. Bounces off the net, and it still finds the floor. 23-21. Mechanicsburg 2 points away from taking set number 2 and a 2-0 lead. Back to serve is Ashlyn Thomas. Thomas ready. Runs in. Hits a floater. Kept alive by Spring Grove. They work at far side. Ziegler's hit deflected off the face of Jaden Brubaker. At least it seemed like it recoiled back there. Spring Grove back within 1, 23-22. Ziegler back to serve again. A line drive right down the middle, back towards the media table. Kept alive. Wildcats have to get this over, and they do. Spring Grove able to keep it alive. Hit down the middle, but out! And Mechanicsburg now on a set point. Spring Grove need 2 in a row as Emma Hecker checks in. Wildcats can win it here. Waterman runs up and hits a floater towards the back line, and it did just go out. And Spring Grove can force extras if they can get the point here. Mechanicsburg win the point. They take a 2-0 advantage. Back to serve is Maddie Sliver. She runs, she hits right down the middle. Mechanicsburg with it, trying to push it. Kept alive by the Rockets. Working that far side. The hit from deep. Pushed. Wildcats somehow. Oh, it almost worked out. But Miller, too much on top of it. And we need extras to decide set number 2. So again, it's win by 2. Right now the Rockets with the serve. Sliver sends it right down the middle. Mechanicsburg with it towards Heckard. She pushes. Kept alive by Spring Grove. The hit from deep. A couple of Wildcats sliding onto it. They keep it alive. Near side hit. High in the air. The Rockets still with it. Now the near side again. Lenatsis sends it the other way. Mechanicsburg with it. Miller sends it down. The Rockets still with it. Men at the net. Pushed down by Heckard. Advantage Wildcats. And an argument from head coach Liz Ziegler of Spring Grove, maybe arguing that Mechanicsburg touched the net. Referee saying straight up and down. 25-24, the serve from Miller. Hits the floor, and Mechanicsburg takes set number 2. A 2-0 lead heading into the third and possibly final set. We will have to see if Mechanicsburg can complete the sweep here in round number 1. We'll step aside and be back after this quick break right here on Go Mechanicsburg.
Snappers Bar and Grill at 120 East Allen Street in Mechanicsburg is proud to support Wildcat Athletics. Snappers is open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. and offers outstanding service and exceptional food and drink options, all at a fair price. Stop in for fresh seafood, delicious hand-cut steaks, and homemade pasta dishes. Snappers also offers a variety of sandwiches, fresh, crisp salads, and awesome appetizers. Dine in, carry out, or have your next big gathering catered. Snappers Bar and Grill, call 717-697-9475 to learn more. Are you on the hunt for a new home? Maybe you're a growing family looking to expand your living situation, or you find your current space too large and you're simply looking to downsize. Whatever your needs, contact Charity Kastner, Realtor with RSR Realtors today. Charity knows the local real estate market and she will find the right home for you. Charity Kastner isn't just a Mechanicsburg-based realtor, she's a Mechanicsburg mom. And after all, mother knows best. Just ask her kids. Make the move today by calling Charity Kastner at 717-557-9312 or rsrrealtors.com to find your first or next home sweet home.
I needed a change in my life. I wanted to be closer to my grandchildren. I was not hearing what the kids were saying. I fly hot air balloons and I couldn't hear leaks. It was time to take care of my hearing. As soon as I met Mary Ann at Renewed Hearing Solutions, she made me feel so comfortable. My life has improved so much since I got hearing aids. It was the best thing I've ever done. I would highly recommend Renewed Hearing Solutions.
Get back in the conversation. Call Renewed Hearing Solutions today.
Getting you back to Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics, presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville. Live on Go Mechanicsburg.
Welcome you back here, the Members First Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Ben Shad here to bring you all the action. As always, our streams presented by 11 Oaks Farm in Newville. First round of the 2025 PIAA Class 4A District 3 Girls Volleyball Championships. Mechanicsburg with a 2-0 lead against the Spring Grove Rockets. Spring Grove are going to have to win 3 straight if they want to keep their season alive. Still no update from the other matchup between Manheim Township and Central York. The winner of this matchup obviously plays the winner of Manheim and Central York. If Manheim wins, then no matter who wins this one, travels to Manheim Township. If Central York pull off the upset, then Central York will travel to the winner of this run as Mechanicsburg draws first blood here in set 3. And again, no matter what happens Saturday at 7 p.m. is the listed start time on the District 3 brackets, as a mishit, 2 mishits really, make it 2-0 Mechanicsburg. That one catches the net off the serve from Eliana Inch, the first point to the Rockets. Substitution as Maddie Sliver checks in. Back to serve is Lainey Potts. Well, Mechanicsburg, they haven't given up a set point since October 13th when they beat Northern 3-1. Their last 2 games of the season on the 15th and 16th were 3-0 sweeps of Hershey and CD East as part of that 4-game win streak. And to compare, the last time Spring Grove won a set was back on October 6th when they beat Susquehannock 3-0, as that one finds the ceiling. Troubles Spring Grove a little bit. The Rockets were swept by Southwestern on October 9th in their regular season finale. Brubaker back to serve for Mechanicsburg. Line drive towards the far side and unable to be dealt with. It's a strong start for Mechanicsburg, already a fifth of the way there here in set number 3. Brubaker ready, runs and hits. Floater kept alive by the Rockets here on the near side, and it did just deflect. Another substitution for Spring Grove as Sophie Epley checks back in. And Kanks were trying to figure out who exactly got the deflection. The argument lasting only a little bit as that one deflects into the net. Spring Grove get another point back, 5-3. Kaylor Ormond back to serve for the Rockets. Sends it to the near side. It goes out. 6-3 Wildcats. Glenatsis back to serve. Checking back in is Peyton Miller. Glenatsis ready. The hit right down the middle. Had a little sinking action to it. Spring Grove on the far side. Ziegler's hit deflects into the wall. Kept alive by the Wildcats. Waterman hits, deflects, and finds the floor. And head coach Liz Ziegler having a conversation with the assistant referee. Perhaps she's seeing something that perhaps the referees are not. Again, with the net play, a lot of the calls have gone against the Rockets as they do get a free point back. Some would say ball don't lie. Elena Ziegler back to serve for the Rockets. Sends it up and over right down the middle. Wildcats trying to deal with it. Waterman hits, kept alive by Spring Grove. Here on the near side, hit at the net, deflects, finds the floor. 8-4, Mechanicsburg on top. Looks like it'll be Jaden Brubaker back to serve for Mechanicsburg. Nope, scratch that. It'll actually be Ashlyn Thomas. She hits a line drive up and over the net. Spring Grove working it near side. The hit kept alive by Glenatsis, and a double hit at the net. Nothing that Ashlyn Thomas could do about it. Spring Grove back within 3. Back to serve for them, Maddie Sliver. She's ready. She hits. I want to add some pace on it. Wildcats with it. Hit from that far side to Flex. Hits the referee. 9-5 Mechanicsburg advantage. Katie Waterman back to serve. A substitution as checking back in is Emma Heckard. Waterman, the line drive, and that one will find its way into the stands. 10-5. Waterman gets the tip from Coach McIntyre. Sends it towards that far corner, kept alive by the Rockets. They work it far side, the cross-court hit. Mechanicsburg with it. Working it near side, hit, kept alive by Spring Grove. They'll work it near side as well, into the wall. A couple of Wildcat players going after it. Glenatsis keeps it alive. Heckard will just hit it for the sake of it. Spring Grove able to formulate an attack here on the near side, and it hits the net. Or at least it seemed like it, and Spring Grove will get the point. That looked like it hit straight off the net and back into play. The referees believe it hit the wall set by Mechanicsburg. As Shaylin Pope checks back in and will serve for the Rockets. 10-6 the score. We'll see if that has an effect on this third set. Sent up and over. Glenatsis there to respond. They work it near side. Hit with a backhand by Inch. Kept alive by Spring Grove into the net. And that time the referees were on it. Again, the Rockets hit it with such pace and power that when it hits that net, it bounces as if somebody was there. That time, Mechanicsburg get their wish. It's now 11-6. Strong hit from Peyton Miller on the serve. Hit that time into the wall, deflected to the floor. 12-6. And head coach Liz Ziegler is going to take another timeout. So Mechanicsburg are at the halfway point. Well, again, folks, we want to remind you that Wildcat Athletics would like to recognize Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department for their continued support of our web streams. With the Recreation Department here in Mechanicsburg, you can immerse yourself in a world of excitement and discovery. From creative crafts, dance, to fitness opportunities, and family fun, they offer something for everyone. Don't miss out on fantastic experiences that inspire, enrich, and bring the community together. Visit mbgsd.org and click on the Recreation tab, or drop by their office at the Trails and Trees Environmental Center. Mechanicsburg Area Recreation, where every moment is a new adventure. Also want to remind you folks that the Wildcat Foundation offers support to teachers and coaches in the Mechanicsburg Area School District with a CPR reimbursement fund. The foundation issues reimbursement checks on a yearly basis to teachers and coaches who take part in CPR and first aid training, certification, and recertification. The funds distributed align with the foundation's mission to strengthen the educational, cultural, wellness, and athletic programs of the Mechanicsburg Area School District. 12-6 our score in set number 3. Mechanicsburg looking for their third sweep in a row, dating back to the end of the regular season just a week ago. On the 15th and 16th, 3-0 wins against Hershey and CD East. So this one hammered back down. Spring Grove managed to keep it alive after a couple of great diving efforts. Mechanicsburg with a response. That one glides on the net and goes out. All that effort, and somehow the Wildcats came away with the points. They're over the halfway mark now. Peyton Miller back to serve. She's ready. She hits another high arcing one towards the back line, kept alive by the Rockets. Here on the near side, they hit, deflects into the wall. Wildcats keep it alive, setting it up. Heckard the hit, too strong. 13-7. Glenatsis checks back in for the Wildcats. Back to serve for Spring Grove is Delaney Trone. Trone hits. Glenatsis keeps it alive for the Wildcats. kept alive on the back line. Strong hit. High into the air off a lamp. Kept alive and unable to do anything about it. 14-7. Mechanicsburg now on top. Back to serve is Eliana Inch. She hits towards that far sideline. Spring Grove kept it alive into the wall off the net. Nobody there for the Wildcats, 14-8. Checking back in is Maddie Sliver and Lainey Potts for the Rockets. Potts back to serve. She hits towards that far side, kept alive by the Wildcats, deflected high into the air, ricochets off the ceiling, and Mechanicsburg are now 10 points away from moving on to the quarterfinal round on Saturday at 7 p.m., a date with Manheim Township or Central York. Brubaker back, runs and hits a line drive right down the middle. Near side hit, finds the floor. Elena Ziegler with another strong kill. 15-9 here in set number 3. Back to serve for the Rockets, Kaylor Ormond. Ormond ready, hits a floater towards that back line. Waterman in response on the line. 16-9. Mechanicsburg 9 points away from moving on to the quarterfinal round as a substitution, as Neve Bordelme will check in for the first time tonight. Lenatsis hits, deflected and off the fingertips of Lainey Potts. Mechanicsburg now 8 points away. And another timeout taken by Spring Grove. Well, folks, Fall Sports Championships are here, and Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming is cheering on our hometown teams. While athletes hit the field, let your dog be the MVP at home. Call Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming today at 717-919-6266 or stop by 16 South Market Street in Mechanicsburg. Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming, where every pet looks like a champion. And folks, the Wildcat Foundation will host its 2026 Wildcat Foundation Night on February 20th at Stocks Manor in Upper Allen Township. The Foundation's top annual fundraiser, the event will feature a Monte Carlo theme and welcomes taste of dining vendors like Wildcat Cafe, Healthy You Cafe, Sweet Cordelia's Cake and Bake Shop, Allsie's Ice Cream Truck, Longhorn Steakhouse, as well as Lucky Penny Burger Company and its famous Lavender Lemonade. Save the date for Wildcat Foundation Night on February 20th. Glenatsis hits 17-9. The Wildcats lead, looking for the sweep into the quarterfinal round. That one into the wall, 18-9. Mechanicsburg now 7 points away. Can Glenatsis author the run that Mechanicsburg needs to clinch? She runs, she hits another floater, almost found the floor. Spring Grove kept it alive, and Glenatsis diving and swirling, but unable to get enough air under it. It's now 18-10. Back to serve is Elena Ziegler. She's ready. She hits. Plenty of power on it. Goes straight out. Mechanicsburg now 6 points away. Ashlyn Thomas serve for Mechanicsburg. She's ready. She hits. Line drive right down the middle. Kept alive by Spring Grove at the net, but a little miscommunication. Mechanicsburg now 5 points away. 20-10. They lead here in set number 3. Thomas to serve yet again. She's ready. A line drive right into the net. 20-11. Subbing back in for the Rockets is Ella Tyson. Back to serve Maddie Sliver. Spring Grove have put some amazing runs together in both set 1 and set 2, but they need a big one here to keep their season alive. Glenatsis going over a couple of elbows to try and get that one up and over, and she does. Kept alive by Mechanicsburg. Glenatsis calls it and hits it right into the net. And took an extra hit of frustration out on the ball and almost caused some friendly fire. 20-11. Or nope, should be 12, and it is. Right now I have the fastest finger compared to our scoreboard in-house. And a conversation at the Crow's Nest. And it looks like Glenatsis is in some trouble in the eyes of the referee as Waterman gave her the look of a disapproving parent, if you will. And Mechanicsburg get the point right back, so Glenatsis can hopefully feel a little bit better. Substitution for the Wildcats as Emma Hecker checks back in. Waterman back to serve. Wildcats now 4 points away. Waterman hits towards that far side, kept alive by Spring Grove. They have it near side, hit into the wall. Hecker keeps it alive on the deflection. She'll get a chance to hit, kept alive by the Rockets. They work it now to the far side. That hit deflects. Glenatsis gets a touch to it. Wildcats running onto it. Hit on the near side, finds the floor. Eliana Inch. And Mechanicsburg now 3 points away from their third straight sweep and a ticket to the quarterfinals on Saturday. Waterman ready, hits right down the middle. Response there from Spring Grove, and it did not find the line. Mechanicsburg now 2 points away. Great look there from Ashlyn Thomas. She put on the brakes. Waterman to serve yet again. She hits a sinker down the middle, kept alive by Spring Grove. Some friendly fire, but the Rockets keep it alive. Wildcats with it on the far side. Hecker the hit, kept alive by Spring Grove. Wildcats with an opportunity to formulate an attack. Waterman, it finds the net. Spring Grove with another opportunity to try and keep their season alive. Substitution as checking in is Shaylin Pope. She'll go back to serve. But Spring Grove have to be near perfect to force extras. They need 11 straight points, or at least they can afford one more error, some combination of 11. That's a great start there, 23-14. The hit near side, out. And match point to Mechanicsburg. Looking for the clean sweep and a ticket to Saturday's quarterfinal round. The serve right down the middle, kept alive by Spring Grove here on the near side. They hit, deflects, kept alive by the Wildcats. They work it down the middle. Waterman's hit, too much on it. The Mechanicsburg bench was ready, but just not there quite yet. But now Spring Grove need to muster 9 straight points to keep their season alive. Trone to serve. She hits right down the middle. Glenatsis keeps it alive. Waterman with another chance, kept alive by Spring Grove. It's met at the net, finds the floor, and Mechanicsburg with a clean 3-0 sweep will advance to the quarterfinal round and face the winner of Manheim Township and Central York. Our scoring recap, 25-16, 26-24, 25-15. Mechanicsburg improves to 14-2 on the year. Spring Grove season ends with an overall record of 12-7. As we mentioned, folks, Mechanicsburg will await the winner of Manheim Township and Central York. If Manheim Township comes away with the win, then Mechanicsburg will travel to Manheim on Saturday. If Central York comes up with the win, then Mechanicsburg will be the home team on Saturday. Start time, no matter where it's being hosted, set for 7 p.m. p.m. Well, folks, it was an absolute blast to bring you this one here from Mechanicsburg. Once again, the final score, the Wildcats are moving on to the quarterfinal round, 3-0. They will face the winner of Manheim Township and Central York on Saturday. For a fantastic Go Mechanicsburg live streaming crew, I'm Ben Chad. Thanking you all so much for tuning in. We'll step aside and see you next time right here on Go Mechanicsburg. Good night, folks.
This has been a presentation of Mechanicsburg Wildcat Athletics live on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg. Wildcat Athletics live on YouTube is presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville, Bobby Ray Hall Automotive Group, Charity Kastner RSR Realtors, Your Neighborhood Chick-fil-A at Shepherdstown Crossing, Lawnscapes Inc., Members First Federal Credit Union, Operation Wildcat, OSS Health, now with 2 locations on the West Shore, Mechanicsburg Area Recreation Department, RBC Wealth Management and the Turnbridge Group, Renewed Hearing Solutions, Shaggy Chic Dog Grooming, Sheets, Snappers Bar and Grill, Seth Gardner State Farm, Your Harrisburg True Green Lawn Care, Westshire Decks servicing all of Central PA, the Wildcat Foundation, and Wolf Brewing Company. Additional thanks to the Mechanicsburg Area School District and to all the friends, family, and community members who tune in to watch the games. The Mechanicsburg Wildcats. Presented by 11 Oaks Farms in Newville on Go Mechanicsburg Live and on YouTube at Go Mechanicsburg. We'll see you again next time.